Ballads, stories in verse. Ballads, stories in verse, part 1. Listening to a ballad. Speaking, recite a ballad. Reading, read poems that tell a story. These poems are called ballads. Punctuation, learn about the punctuation of titles. Vocabulary, learn about words that rhyme and alliteration. Grammar, learn about adjectives and the order of adjectives. Thinking skills, use thinking skills to reflect on and solve a problem. Values and ideas, talk about the things you value. Writing workshop, write your own ballads. A poem is a form of writing that is arranged in a pattern of lines and sounds. Poems often have a strong rhythm and rhyme. They express our thoughts and feelings in imaginative language. One of the oldest forms of poetry is the ballad. A ballad is a poem that tells a story and which has been set to music. Ballads were first written hundreds of years ago by musicians who traveled from town to town, entertaining public. Since many people during that time could not read or write, these musicians found that they could make their stories more memorable and entertaining by setting them to music. Ballads have these features. Number 1, a simple narrative. Number 2, a few major characters. Number 3, a strong rhythm and rhyme. Number 4, a repeated section called a refrain. Number 5, division into verses. Number 6, nouns to identify characters and settings. Number 7, verbs to describe actions. Number 8, adjectives to describe nouns. A modern form of the ballad is the folk song or country and western song. These songs tell stories about people and their lives. They touch us by making us realize that we all share similar experiences. Reflecting, ask yourself these questions, then discuss them as a class. Number 1, the ballad night tells a simple story with a happy ending. Do I know of any other poems or rhymes that tell a simple story? Many modern songs tell a story. Do I know of any songs that tell a story? Listening for problems and solutions. The Ginger Cat is a ballad that tells the story of how a cat uses up his 9 lives. He really did have many eventful events. As you are listening to the Ginger Cat, listen for the beat of the lines. Can you hear 1, 2, 3, 4 beat? 1, 2, 3, 4 beat. Try to clap along the beat. Listen carefully also to all the problems that the cat has and how he solves them. Punctuation, titles. You may have noticed that the titles for poems and stories are written differently from the other words. The titles of the poems, short stories, and songs are usually written in inverted commas or italics. night, the ginger cat.